Yes, we are live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is LABRISH Live, where we talk about our favorite reality TV shows from a Black perspective. And at the moment, we are talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode 5. I feel like it was a good one. Seriously. For those that don't know, I'm all things sugar and shade Sade, and I'm here with.
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
Yes. And guys, as you come in, make sure you're booping that like button. Please do it immediately, as soon as possible. Nana, what else do they need to do to get a little bit closer to us?
Okay, people, what you need to do is sign up to our YouTube membership. Please do it now. It is just $1.99 to support us and $4.99 to become a part of our family and gain access to our WhatsApp community as well, where we kind of do watch-alongs with various different things and share stories. It's fun. It's fun. It can go through the night. So join our community now. I'm going to be putting the link in the chat as we talk.
Yes. Yeah. So, guys. Oh, well, actually, Nana, how's your week been? Or how's your weekend?
What should I do this weekend? You know, I've been enjoying the weather. So it's actually been really nice. I have, we had a good one on Sunday with News and Nonsense. But because the sun was out, me and Farah were like, we got to get out with our children.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah.
we cut it a little bit short.
Yeah.
As in, we still did over 2 hours, but
Wow.
I managed to get the sun and go to the park. So
Yeah.
it's been nice, man. Finally,
nice.
I'm enjoying this lovely weather.
Yeah, no.
I had a catch up with Femi, our bi-weekly catch-ups that we do. And we were in Camden for absolute hours, in Weatherspoon as well, because it's so cheap. So yeah, that was fun as well.
Okay, cool.
How was yours?
Yeah, I've definitely been out and about for sure. I am just doing prep now for the holiday. So yeah, I'm just trying to get all of that sorted. I'm trying to think what else I've done. I never know what I've done on the weekends because most of it involves editing, to be honest. Because I'm always on a deadline as soon as it hits Friday. What else? Let me even just check my thingy. Yeah, that was the main thing, really, just editing. Yeah, I did go out like for a walk and stuff. There was a barbecue in my area last week as well, so that was kind of cute. And yeah, but this week is my birthday week. So I'm quite happy, I'm quite excited. Do you know what I mean? I've got 2 days to go where I'm going to turn the big 4-4. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Who knew? Who knew?
It's a good age. As they say, for resonators, there's something in it. So generally, it's like you can have big leaps in your 44th year.
Oh, really?
Yes, because it's an 8 and all of that stuff. So yes, enjoy.
Well,
what are you doing though? What's the dealio for your birthday?
Well, so first of all, like 44 in the 4th month, like, do you know what I mean? It's 444. So people want to be. Do you know what I mean? Like sending us like super chats like £444 or £4.44. Like, do you know what I mean? I'd really work for that.
I like it. Or £44.40. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Let's get some of those going. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna have a chill day because I'm going away. I'm having a chill day, and then we're doing like a little what do you call it? Like dinner, lunch dinner with the fam. And yeah, that's it really. Do you know what I mean? Thank you, Sora. Thanks so much. I'm trying to age backwards. That's what I'm trying to do. Seriously. But yeah, it's I don't know, like, because I'm going away and I'm going like essentially I'm going to 3 different cities. So I'm going to Lagos, I'm going to Accra, and then I'm going to Abuja as well. So it's quite a bit, you know. A little bit of traveling, lot thingy, which is, you know, lovely and stuff. He's in the chat.
All right, let's go through and see who came in first. I think I want to do a competition. If you can get first place 4 times in a row, you can get an auntie's goodie bag. So we have Yvonne White, is in the lead, who has had an auntie's goodie bag before, so she should know all about it. Judy B is in the house. KW is with us. Sonia Barley is here. I feel like I haven't seen Sonia in a while. Hey, Sonia.
Yeah. Hey, Sonia.
Laura is in the house as well. Dee is with us as well. Shayla is in the house. And Shayla, I feel like that's been a little bit of a while.
Hey, Shayla.
No, hello. And everybody else watching, please drop in and say hello now. And hello to Instagram. Yes, I did add Instagram. Yes, great.
Hey there too. Sonia, do I still? Yes, I do have family in Nigeria. I have a lot of family in Nigeria. I'm going to say most of my family is in Nigeria, I would say. Yeah. So my mum lives there, older brother, my mum, all my other siblings on my mum's side, which I've got 7 of them, they all live there. Yeah, I'm the only one of my mum's kids here, basically, which is really...
Are you going to go, like when you go and visit, are you going to do like a couple of days just visiting everybody?
Yeah, I'm going to try and fit into one day though.
Oh,
that's what I'm going to try and do. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm basically going to be like, I haven't told everyone the exact date I'm going either. So I'm literally going to pop up and I'm going to be like, I'm here. Come and say hi, basically, and do it that way. So yeah, rather than going to visit, the only person there's one uncle that I might have to go and see. Yeah, but like it's too much. There's too many people that know my dad. Like, do you know what I mean? Too many people connected. It's actually very overwhelming, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really. I'm just gonna hide. But my mum, I'll definitely see her. But everybody else, I don't know. I don't know. But my other brother, who keeps commenting on our page.
Oh yes, I did see he commented again. I saw. Is he here or is he in Nigeria?
No, he's in Nigeria. He's in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my oldest brother. Like, he is old enough to be my dad, basically.
Yeah. It's like my eldest brother. On your mum's side or your dad's side?
My dad's side.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the oldest, and he's a spitting image of my dad as well, just a bit shorter. So yeah, it's a bit freaky. Yeah, seeing him and stuff. But yeah, it's absolutely.
Well, he seems to enjoy our content.
I know. Seriously, I'm just like, oh god. I already overthink sometimes of like what I'm saying. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, just have people. This is why I don't share stuff. I really don't. It's like, if you come across it, you come across it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not putting it in your face on purpose. Like, no, I'm not faking. Yes, I actually ordered another. Sonia's just saying I get those portable fans. The heat is bad. Like, I literally got another. I got 2 the other day. Where is mine?
I got 2 more.
Yeah, so I got another one of this. I have this standardly, but there's another one. You know that they can clip on your neck.
Oh, like, does it work?
Yeah, I got it. Where is it?
I'm always considering that, like, but then I'm like, does it work? Would it actually do anything?
So I got this from TikTok Shop. Like, it's like this. Oh, sorry, like that. Yeah, and it has like this little button here, that gold button there. Can you hear it? Yeah, and it goes. So it's like on the side.
Okay.
And
it's good. It blows a good amount of air. Like it's
yeah, I think because it's gonna be here. Yes, it's like right in your neck. Do you know what I mean? But like, I think for certain situations, like, do you know what I mean? So if I'm like traveling in a car, that makes sense, or on the plane or whatever kind of thing. But if I'm like now, no. Like, do you know what I mean? Or if I'm filming, absolutely not. So I think I'll just keep this as a little backup. You know me, I've got multiple fans. Then I've got my little backup.
Your little black one is great.
Yes, it's brilliant
because it's like such a concentrated bit of air coming to you. That's a really, really good one. But my sister was saying the same. She was like, Ghana is hotter than when I was there last year.
Really?
No, she's coming back on Thursday, but she was literally like, she was burning up in Ghana at the moment. It's so hot.
Oh no. Oh god. Because I get heat rash as well, you know.
Same.
I'll step off the plane and I get heat rash instantly. Yeah. You know
my god, it's so bad. I have to have steroid creams when I go.
Oh really? Yeah.
But if I travel anywhere, I'll always take some. But generally, I found in Ghana, I will have a really bad heat rash that can border on getting infected. So it's better I just do the. Oh, my heat rashes are nutty.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
Oh mate, yeah. I think like my face can just I get lit all over my body, and it just makes me feel shitty. So just like nah, I need to stay cool. But this little one, this was recommended by my lash tech.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great one.
Somebody said, "Are you going to slaughter a goat for your home?" Well, I'm not going to request it, but if that's the custom, I'm not going to say no.
Oh my word.
No, at all. Seriously, everyone is saying that's right, otherwise you'll be asked to bring the whole of the UK with you. Yes, that is another reason. Like, I don't like bringing things. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm more the aunt. I'll give you money. Like, do you know what I mean? But I'm not carrying anything. I'm not bringing anything back. I'm not doing any of that. Like, do you know what I mean? But if you want money, that's fine. No, I shouldn't even say that. I want money.
Somebody will see this and be
exactly. So... But you said, Auntie, you said. But yeah, but I will be documenting my whole journey and stuff and everything for my vlog. So hopefully I can keep to that schedule as well. I'm hoping that I can. I want to. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see how the internet goes. You never know what the connection is going to be. Do you know what I mean?
True. Yes, yes, for real.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we get into it. So we're on episode 5. What are we like? Third of the way through season now? Or is it how many episodes usually?
Is it like 20?
Oh, it's 20. So we're a quarter way through.
Yeah, I think it's about 20 episodes these guys do. Tell us in the chat if you know exactly, but I feel like that was generally where it would get to.
Yeah.
This is early days, isn't it?
Yeah, it's proper early. I don't even know which way it's gonna go, but yeah. So that episode was called About Last Night, and we're just gonna go through this, and then we're gonna open up the lines for you guys to give us your opinion and stuff, or just talk to us for a little bit. So yeah, I already knew it was going to be a juicy one. I just really actually. What is your one word to sum up this episode? Sorry.
One word. I'm going to go with a 2-worder, self-sabotage. That's my 2-word.
Okay, cool. I will go with 3 words.
Yeah.
Everybody is mad. That was my conclusion after watching it. Like, they are all...
What the hell? What? I was literally like, for one, it was a lot of words.
It was a lot of words. Oh,
sorry, guys. Okay. All right, yeah, remove.
Yeah, that was spam. That was actual spam.
Yes.
Seriously. Actual spam. Yeah, what are people saying?
So Yvonne says disappointed. Icebaker says Kenya played herself. Shayla says this episode had me on the edge of my seat. I did not touch my phone once.
Wow.
And they haven't been able to have my attention fully for the 45 minutes, but this episode, all of my attention.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was definitely a good one. It's the best one so far, and I feel like it did deliver. But people are mad. So we start off the episode. They kind of like just slightly quickly like recap that what happened the episode before, which was the dinner in the vault venue where Britt basically threatened to bring out a gun on Kenya. Can I say gun on here? I don't even know. Pew pew. Do I have to change it? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you've done it now.
Do you know what I mean? So obviously Kenya was upset about this. We see Shamia at her house and she's meeting Angela. They both take off their shoes, which I was just like, Shamia, if you're at home, why are you wearing shoes anyway? That was strange to me. I can't lie. I don't like it when it's to produce. Like, do you know what I mean? Those little things takes me out of the fantasy. But yeah, she did thank Angela for accepting her apology, because they had a bit of a back and forth where she said that, you know, she looked like a LaToya Jackson and that her nose was from the 90s and all this kind of stuff. So and Angela, you know, accepted the apology gracefully. Angela is my body envy. I swear to God, she looks amazing. She actually looks amazing.
She does. She does. And what did we find out? She was 62?
61, I think. But yeah, in that range.
I just wouldn't. Each time I do look at her and I am like, I can't see it. Like, you know, makeup on, makeup off. You know, usually then you can see the something. Like, you can be like, okay. But I can't see it. She literally looks like she's in her 40s.
She does. Oh, younger even. She could.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe her voice slightly gives me age, but not even close though. I would, yeah, she is phenomenal. She has an amazing body, definitely.
Yeah, how she talks. Oh, I want to say she's 62. So yeah, I think how like her cadence and stuff gives me you're definitely an older person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas I think like Cynthia, who's that same age bracket, is the way she speaks makes me think she's younger. Like, do you know what I mean? I hear her like, yeah. Interesting. So yes, she's forgiven her, Angela has forgiven her and everything like that. They cheers, and then Britt arrives and she is doing no makeup. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just like, this is so typical. I don't know if you remember, there was a time when Tiwa Savage, I don't know, I think she was in trouble about something, and if she comes on the internet with no makeup on as to like beg forgiveness or like, do you remember? That's what I think Britt was doing.
It that people kind of, was it that she may have been in like a cheating scandal, like she was being accused of cheating?
Maybe.
Something. I literally remember the whole PR tour of I'm down and out bad.
Yeah. Like I've got no, it's just like the no makeup is symbolizing I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm being transparent. I'm not even gonna put makeup on.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I think Brit looked a hell of a lot better. I really actually was like, now I can see your face. I actually know what you look like. I didn't even know before. But I kind of liked this stripped back look.
Yeah, she's pretty. She's a pretty girl. She actually is a natural beauty. Well, kind of. She presents as such. Yeah.
For real. Yeah, I guess. Because can you be... Yeah, whatever surgery or bit she's had, it looks good without makeup on it.
Yeah. It's like Grace, I think, from Love Island. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We know you've had a bit tweaking a tug here and there. Do you know what I mean? But it looks good. It suits you. So she kind of arrives and stuff and everything like that. And she kind of says that, that she's, she knows that she's acted a fool. She hasn't gone to sleep. Andrew was like, neither have I. And I'm just like, oh, what's going on? And it turns out the owner of the venue was pissed at Angela because literally you brought ratchet people.
And what, they're already in the ghetto as it was.
Like, basically, what was it, Bankhead or something?
Yeah.
Seriously. So, Britt basically says that what it was that she was annoyed that Kenya was cutting her off when she was speaking and she felt really disrespected. They showed the clip. To me, it didn't really seem like a cut off to me. It really didn't.
I was like, that's not she basically gave you the floor. She just didn't engage. Yeah. That's not cutting somebody off. She wasn't doing a back and forth with you. None of that. Like, you just wanted smoke. And she was like, I'm not on it.
This is it. And it turns out it was actually Angela's question. So that question, like, are you able to talk to Britt without disrespecting her or something like along those lines? That was Angela's question. And she said she done that because that's what Britt told her how she felt about the situation. And I was thinking, what? So Britt can't fight her own battles? Like, why do you need to get involved? This was really weird to me,
That's a question, because weren't she leveling that at Shamia? Isn't that
Yes,
exactly what
exactly.
Shamia
That's
did? That she
exactly
was
the
like,
same thing.
precisely. I was like, okay, so Angela, you're messy. Maybe I want her to stay now because I want I like how she's playing her messiness, but I
Yeah.
was like, okay, noted. Angela is a messy boots as well. She's actually mixed up, but goes on like she's not.
Yeah.
That was a note.
She wants the drama. She really
Yeah.
does. So yeah, she's just like, yeah, she was acknowledging the feelings of her friends that she was saying, you know, and Shamia clocks her. She's just like, oh, you're sneaky. You're actually sneaky. So I like that she's, do you know what I mean, seeing what's going on here. Britt was just saying, like, look, I don't, do you know what I mean? I don't want her to think, as in Kenya, I don't want Kenya to think that I was ever going to harm her in any sort of way. Shamia tells her, like, you have to go and tell her that. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, they kind of say to her, like, look, you're going to have to eat shit for a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because you was actually in the wrong and stuff. And Britt is just like, you know, I'm a sweet girl. I'm a sweet girl. I'm just like, if you're a sweet girl, other people usually say that you're a sweet girl. You don't have to. This is maybe like the third or we're in episode 5. This is like the third or fourth time I've heard her talk about that she's such a sweet girl. She's so nice and everything. It's just like, no, your actions aren't backing up your niceness, your
Precisely.
claimed niceness.
We haven't seen a sweet moment to even say, oh, you're sweet in any way. And she doesn't protest too much. She keeps on having to say it.
Yeah.
I don't believe her for a second.
I don't believe her either. Do you know what I mean? Shamia did ask Angela if she asks Portia about what she said about Charles, because at the dinner Portia did say that she's got some tea on Charles and she didn't elaborate at all. And Angela's like, look, I'm married to a celebrity, my DMs are always flooded, like they're just always flooded. That's just the way it goes. Do you know what I mean? Britt starts railing up though again, and she's like, oh, if it was me, someone will get slapped. It's just like, girl, you need to relax. You're already in trouble.
This is it. This is supposed to be your apology tour.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even hold the party line for the whole scene without switching into I'm going to hit somebody. So
you're a violent girl.
Yeah.
Violent girl, man. Okay, so next we go to Kenya and Portia at the spa. Obviously Kenya's getting it ready for the grand opening and everything like that. And this scene is like basically her like choosing models that she wants for the show and everything like that. They're looking for real models with real edges, which I thought was actually funny. That's what Portia was saying. Kelly also arrives, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, just like, this is strange mix up, but okay, cool. For the storyline. And Kenya's just like, oh, you guys are not gonna fight, are you? And you know, because obviously Kelly and Portia had like a bit of a back and forth before. Kenya's like, well, I've got my security. Kenya's like, I've got mine. And Big P is just like, I am my own security. Which made me laugh, because from what you guys are saying, like she knows how to fight. So she
can handle herself. And little Kelly, she would knock your block off in a second anyway if she wanted
100%. 110%. So we see like these different models and everything like that. And what I really loved about this was like there was different, like obviously different shades of people, different sizes and stuff and everything like that. And I really, really do love the fact like American women in particular, they're just so confident. They can just like walk and strut and like bam, bam, bam. Like I absolutely love it. I was just like, yeah. I love this scene. It was nice. It was nice. Big P did ask Kenya if she had invited everybody, including Britt. And Kenya was just like, well, yeah, I did invite everybody. And Portia was then just like, well, maybe you should uninvite her. And Kenya's like, no.
So the beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end. She had already planned this out, as far as I'm concerned. But when she said no, I just knew there was something definitely.
And saying it in front of Kelly as well, where you know Kelly and Britt are brethren. It's like she's going to ensure that she comes along.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Exactly. So then Big P recaps on everything that happened and everything, and basically said that, you know, Britt said that she had, you know, she could have a pistol and maybe a whip or something. Kelly was just like, I didn't hear that, which I thought was very interesting from Kelly. I thought it was very, very interesting, but okay. And Kenya didn't like that one bit. Do you know what I mean? She said that she's not dealing with lies. She's not dealing with gaslighting. Do you know what I mean? She's got way too much to lose. She doesn't know what Brit's issue with, and nothing that Kenya, she thinks that she did warrants that type of clownery or disrespect. And she thought that, you know, Brit was being very aggressive in the way that she was talking, which I am inclined to agree. Like, seriously.
Yeah. No, she was. It was because realistically, let's say Kenya was Portia and was really in that mode of even Kenya back in the day, like, I'm going to rise to the bait of it all. That could have escalated where they are fighting. It's just she chose to ignore her, really, and go about her business. But even if you weren't like, look, I'm going to pistol whip you or whatever, if she turned around and was like, excuse me, what are you saying? It could have escalated. Yeah. Because she was heated. So, and Kelly, you were standing right beside her.
So what are you talking about? You just lied. That was a big fat lie. That's what that was. She absolutely heard it. And Kelly, you know, she was just like, yeah, but Brit is not that kind of person. Like, let her show you who she is, because I've never seen that side from her before and everything. Kelly's just like, look, she can show me from afar. She doesn't have to be up close, which is fair. You know, Portia does say that, you know, to Kelly, that Kenya has a right to talk to other people who was there that heard it, like, do you know what I mean, and kind of get their perspective and everything like that. Kenya's just like, well, I'm not even just going to do that, I'm going to do a background check. That's what I'm going to do. And I was just like, oh, is that what people do these days? Is that the new thing?
Kenya was like, I guess she's a new girl if she's saying that. She says she don't really know her. Maybe you'd do a background check, but I don't know.
I don't know.
People don't do background checks like that, do they? Or you'll gossip amongst each other. Like, do you actually even know who this girl is? And then you're trying to piece together what they are up to. I loved Portia in that scene. I was like, nah, Portia is standing on business. She is clearly stating to Kelly, her brethren, like, what she did was out of order. There was no shaky ground or anything. I was like, I like Portia in this mode. I really did like her in that scene. I was like, I actually like her. Because Kenya ain't her brethren, and they could have both of them just basically gaslit her and just been like, it weren't that big a deal. But Portia standing on business with her, I was like, I like her. This is cool.
When they were leaving, Kenya starts twirling, and she's twirling on her haters, which I thought was quite funny. Okay, next we see Angela and her daughter, and this is her oldest daughter, Mari. Mari has her father actually passed away when she was 7. As a result of a murder, and they are kind of like naturally close because of this kind of thing, and that's like her best friend, she says. Her daughter, Amari, when they were sitting down, she's like, oh, where's grandma? Like, why isn't she here? And everything like that. And it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on. So things between them like really blew up. Amari was saying that she went to the house to use a car that Angela had provided for them, thinking it would be fine. And apparently they wanted money for her to use the car, which seems strange. And then she says to her mum, your sister, she says to her, meaning your aunt, your sister got in my face, called me a demon, and was saying like, fuck them people in the house or something like that. And Angela doesn't seem super surprised, but she's just like, no, you should have told me, and everything like that. And they're going back and forth and talking about this. Angela does say, like, in the confessionals that she mentioned this before as well, she bought her mum's and her sister's home, and Amari used to live there, right? And she was saying that she was upset because her mum didn't actually defend Amari. And then she does also say that her mum had bipolar and she was on medication, but now she's proclaiming that she's healed. She's kind of said that she's healed. Amari took this opportunity to say, like, this is why you shouldn't financially support them. And I just thought to myself, this is one of the things that I think I don't like about these types of reality shows, because it seems like absolutely everything is on the table. Like, I don't like this. I don't like that you're talking about, you know, your mother's condition and your mother's not there. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, I like, has she consented to this? And you're saying like she's bipolar, well, or was bipolar. Like, I just thought like, yeah, this is icky. And also, I just like, because it kind of goes on, and you know, Amari. Then the conversation changes, and Angela's getting onto Amari because she got married without telling her. Like, what? Like, you're my oldest daughter, yeah? You get married, and I don't know. And her mum knows, but she didn't know. So she found out through her own mum that her daughter had got married, which was just really, really weird. And when Angela was getting upset about it, then Amari started getting upset. So I was just like, this seems like a play to me. That's what it seemed like.
It was a mess. Going back to talking about her mum and her sister, the aunt as well. Watching that whole scene, I was like, this is so messy without giving us a proper through line of everything that's going on. It's actually unnecessary. And I thought, like, if I was the mother or the sister aunt, I'd be like, this is fuckeries, because I'm not even there to explain my side. And the way Amari was talking, I was like, these are still elders that you're talking about. Where is your level of respect? And this isn't for our consumption, because millions of folks are watching this, and then they can start turning on your family members because you're not painting an even picture as to what's going on. Then we see how Amari is talking to her mum and basically being like, you can't talk to me in this moment, I'm going to start crying. I was actually like, oh no, this is a mess. Angela, when Charles keeps on saying your family's mad, though I think that is disrespectful as well, keep your family separate from this. This is how you just blow up your whole world, because this shouldn't be being spoken about on camera if you two don't have a mutual party line that you're going to tread to give this information up. I was like, this is messy as hell and rude and very disrespectful.
Yeah, I didn't like it, and I just thought like her daughter seemed, I don't know, there just seemed like there's a manipulation here or something. Like it seemed really, really weird. It really did seem. I didn't like the ending of it at all.
Why are you getting married? And then you're like, it's not a big deal, but you didn't tell your mum about it. And then she finds out 4 months later. So obviously there must be a big deal somewhere.
Yeah.
There must be something.
Who you married to? And the thing is, it's just like, well, what's going on at the house then? So you can tell your mum about this trivial thing, but not a major thing, like in your life. That's weird, you know? And then to manipulate your mum, like weaponize your tears, essentially to manipulate your mum to stop talking about it, like, is also weird, because that's how it came across to me. I was just like, no,
definitely because she backed off so quickly, like, I don't even want to escalate this. It's like, okay, it's done. It's like, no, you should be able to ask your daughter questions on this, and you should be able to express that this hurt your feelings that you didn't even know, let alone that I wasn't even invited. And I left the conversation with, who is she married to?
Yeah, exactly.
Why was that not mentioned?
Like, what was that like? What? This is weird. I just thought, this is weird. This is a weird family dynamic. Do you know what I mean? And I just thought, like, this is too much. It's too much. Yeah. I don't know if I don't think I find it more cringy than entertaining, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, this isn't entertainment to me. Like, I don't like this. This is dysfunction.
Yvonne is saying allegedly she married another woman. How true that is, I don't know. So maybe that's why they're not talking. But then why bring it to our attention even? Tell us it all, or keep it to yourself.
Yeah, it didn't seem necessary. And then I'm just like, is everybody unstable then? Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody's mad.
A bit. a little was how it was coming across. It kind of came across like everybody is a bit.
Yeah. Honestly. Oh, Danny M. Yes.
Danny M says Angela is throwing everything at the wall and hoping a storyline sticks. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So it's all being up in the air. I kind of like her. I want her to stay around But I don't like this grappling desperation that I don't know, it just seems to be running through the theme of this. And I'm just like, oh, I don't like that they all feel really like we're fighting for this peach.
Yeah, they got the peach, innit?
Yeah,
like, yeah.
Yeah, just chill out. But maybe it's season to season now, like, so you may not have your peach next season. Like, but this is a little bit too desperate at this moment in time.
Okay, so then we see Britt and Portia meet at a restaurant. Britt does say, you know, I took things too far with Kenya. Like, I don't want to be known for like threatening people or anything like that. Like, hopefully she can accept my apology. And, you know, P's there. She's just like, what happened? Like, she wants to hear it from her point of view. Like, I thought you guys were cool. Britt was just like, from the beginning, she was nasty to me. Like, she was asking me if I was married. Like, where's my wedding band? Like I didn't like her tone. Portia was just like, well, everybody I spoke to who was there, who saw that exchange, said there was nothing in it. Like, it wasn't a biggie or anything like that. And that
it's like a round of applause to Portia.
I thought it was, at the time, I just thought this girl is going off on like something that just is in her own head, really. And she kept on mentioning it. She just kept on mentioning it. And we wouldn't be able to see it if she didn't keep on mentioning it. Right? Do you know what I mean?
For us to keep on rewatching that clip, because definitely that episode, I gave Britt the benefit of the doubt because Kenya can be shady. But the more you watch that clip, because each time she mentions it, they play it, I'm like, it actually seems like a genuine question. Like, is it a fiance? Is this your second marriage? Because you've only got on one ring. It's kind of like, okay, cool. And then you just answer like, no, I don't wear my engagement ring. This is an upgrade. It's just a really simple convo. But if they've got stuff already from the past, then I understand why Britt is holding on to, no, I know that she's being shady towards me.
Yeah. So that's the kind of like what Portia was saying. Like, she was just like, look, I don't think she is. Britt kind of was trying to double down, like, no, she's being mean, she's being nasty, she's being dismissive, that she's targeting me. And Portia's just like, well, how? Because she's not doing this to Kelly. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you guys are both new. She's not doing it to her. You know, and she's saying, like, you know, if you have some preconceived notion of what you think Kenya is going to be like, then your behavior then makes sense. Like, it's because you're thinking she's going to act a certain way that you have so much smoke for her in the first place, right? And then they show like a few flashbacks of like Portia and Kenya getting into it, where she's
you see how Kenya was?
Ashley
and Portia as well. Portia with her, it's like a littler voice. Like, I don't, she just seems like younger Portia. Like, but they were sparky together.
They didn't like each other at all. Do you know what I mean? You know, so, you know, Portia then asks her, like, you know, well, you know, she's saying that you said something about a pistol and a whip. And Britt, she, you know, she coughs up to it, which is good. And she was just saying, like, I was triggered, there was a lot going on, but yeah, I take full accountability for it. But then in the confessionals, the energy is different. She's just like, well, no one would ever think that I was actually going to do anything to hurt Kenya. And I'm just like, how would we know? How would we actually know? We don't know you. Like, Kenya's right in that sense. We don't know you. We don't know who you are at all. So you're saying this, you're hyping up, you're saying, get your husband on the phone. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, where's my husband? What, is he the one who's packing it, that you're getting it from him to go and do something? Like, honestly, and this, yes, exactly, Proverbs. This was triggered over a question. So it was asked the question, you didn't get the answer that you wanted, and then you've gone 0 to 60.
Yes.
Like, wild. Absolutely wild. But yeah, she did say that she regrets it, and she said that she can apologize for feeling threatened because she was wrong. Her for feeling threatened because she was wrong. Yeah. Okay, so then we go back to Angela and Charles. Charles is cooking some chicken. I can't lie, it looked good.
It did. It did. It looked like very good fried chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want some.
Charles is so playful with her. Like he was, she was asking him what earrings should I wear. He was just like, just put your hair down, like no one's gonna see it. I was just like, yeah, good point. Do you know what I mean? Basically, it doesn't matter. However, I think he secretly just doesn't want to be on camera. Like he's agreed to do this, maybe to help his marriage or something, but I don't think he really wants to be on camera at all.
He's so dismissive. I don't like him.
You don't like him?
I don't like Charles. Each time he comes on, I'm like, I'm irritated by his irritation at talking, and I would prefer we just didn't see him. Either participate or piss off. Like, I get annoyed with him.
I think it's good in the sense of like we see who Angela really is, because with the girls we see who she portrays to be. And at home, it's a very different story, babe. It's a very different story because you're getting disrespected left, right, center, and you're laughing it off like it's jokes.
Like, oh, Charles, it's like,
yeah,
he's rude.
He's rude. He is rude. Yeah,
just rude to you. Like it's so. Oh, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Each time he comes into frame, I'm like, oh, please, let's not do this to her, because I am trying to build up a like for Angela. I don't even know why. It's probably pretty privilege.
Because she was there with no makeup on and she looked great. I can't lie. She looked great. And I was just like, okay, girl. Yeah. Like,
she's beautiful. She's really a beautiful woman. Stunning. Like, yeah. No,
she's
he
stunning,
needs to.
Man. Her body's banging. She's stunning. So she asks him if he's coming to the Kenya launch. Do you know what I mean? Because she thinks that he should come and support her. It was a big no. He's white. Do you know what I mean?
And he doesn't need to be there. I was literally like, that would be silly if he was there.
Yeah. Because she was just like, well, come and support me because, you know, people like Portia are asking these questions about you, you know? He's like, what? Is she the feds? He did.
That was funny though.
It was.
Portia's getting a bit of a reputation, especially with Simon being inside.
Honestly. Angela laughs it off anyway. You know, and basically Charles is saying like, look, she's barking up the wrong tree. And you know, you should have handled her. Like you should have handled, like, do your job, you should have handled her. Handle her. And like, why, while I understand what he's saying, that was so, do your job. Like, do your job. Like, that's rude. And she instead of calling it a rudeness, she was just like, well, I did. Like, I was, you know, she said she was joking. So then why are you even bringing it up? Like, I can understand his logical.
I get it.
I get how he got there and the irritation, because if you've done your job and it's not like, why are we even talking about this? Why are you?
And like, she didn't though. I was like, Angela, you're lying because you didn't.
Yes,
you didn't say anything.
Well, like, we didn't see it. They may have cut it, but we didn't see it.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
But as it stands, she kind of was like, okay.
Yeah.
If you're not going to tell me, cool.
Then that's it. Yeah. Yeah, and he just generally doesn't give a shit about any rumors at all. Do you know what I mean? Then she switches subjects and she's just like, you know, she still hasn't talked to her sister. He's like, shit, I ain't talked to my sister either. Like, with. And then he says,
I can't like this guy. It's the worst.
He says, why do you keep bringing your issues to me? Why do you keep bringing your issues to me? She's like, because we're married. Like, let it go. I was, wow. What, like, is this is what you guys want for us singletons? No, thank you.
I wouldn't wish Charles on anybody. Like, and definitely not on camera. So I don't even want to like perpetuate falsehoods, but if we're on camera, you can't be being a shithead to me on camera for millions of people to see. For one, like, you can't do this. So I'd be like, Andrew, no, you can't be talking to me like this on camera. Like, we're not going to do things together.
No,
no, man, it's out of order that he can talk to her this way, and then she has to laugh it off. Like, that's just Charles being funny. He's disrespectful.
But
in your
she
face.
doesn't have to laugh it off, because she could be like how Portia was at the end. Like, let's see how Portia was with Dennis in the car, yeah, where they're still mic'd up and she was going for it.
Yes.
She could have that kind of energy, but no, she's a different type of woman. She's a different type of woman, and she is okay, seemingly, with being talked to like this in public. On camera.
Flipping crazy. It's like, no, man, you can't. Kim Ola is saying, I don't even watch the show, just watch your recaps. Does this man like his wife? No.
I don't think so.
No, he doesn't.
I don't think so. I think he's, you know, he's quite an old man. Do you know what I mean? He was like, okay, in this scene, I'm going to fry chicken, and that's it. Like, he was just like, why are you bringing me these bits? Forcing conversation when I'm in the middle, because even at one point he ran back to the chicken like,
yeah. Like, why am I talking to you? I'm frying my damn chicken. It's literally like, Charles, you're so rude, and all she can do is follow after you and get told off again. Standing next to you and trying to have a conversation. He doesn't like her. I think she's the one with the money. He has the fame, but she actually is the one paying for shit. I truly believe she is financing their lifestyle and looking after him, and that's why he's there.
Yeah,
but he don't like that lady.
He doesn't. He's so nasty, so rude. So nasty. Christian there.
Christian Jane says she said that she had to basically hunt him down in order to get him. So her appeasing him and dealing with his attitude makes sense. She's doing what she has to do to keep them. Keep him. I mean, I don't know why he's a catch. Maybe his celebrity is legendary in Atlanta. I don't know, but
apparently he was a decent basketballer. Remember, is basketball? Yeah. I'm not going to pretend like I know. I don't know, but apparently that's what people are saying. Okay, so then we see the beginnings of Kenya's launch. We see Kelly leaving her house with her bodyguard, going to the event. She's speaking to Britt on the phone initially. We see Kenya getting ready. I loved Kenya's hair. Like, I just absolutely love it. I love it. I loved her whole look, actually.
The purple dress, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, Kenya, when she turns it on, is just a star, really. Yeah. She looked amazing.
She looks stunning. Cynthia even came down. Shamia, when it was outside, there was press there was influence there was like TV there. Kenya arrives in this, you know, big kind of a truck thing. She has cheerleaders with pom-poms and all sorts and everything. And, you know, in her initial kind of like speech, I would say, she said that this venture was motivated by her daughter. But then we also see that on the way to Kenya's, Kelly picks up Britt.
Yes.
Britt has some flowers with her, like white flowers for Kenya, symbolizing pure intentions and new beginnings. That's what they symbolize. And she also got her a card too, which she really thought about the words in the card. She did.
What was Britt wearing? Britt's look, I've been really thinking over it. It's not like I don't like it. Sometimes she puts things together and I'm actually like, I kind of like that. It's kind of like cool when I was young, how I thought older people dressed. Like, you know, so it's very it's probably 80s. So I would have been a little kid and people in the 80s dressed like that. So that to me was how grown-ups dress. It feels like she's playing dress up all the time. Like, are you like a Prince fan? Like, just I'm always like, what is she wearing? Why
do you know what? It was giving me very Madonna. Do you know what I mean? That's what it was giving. It was like a very Madonna vibe to me. I don't know why that would be the choice for Kenya's event. Like, I thought it was weird. I thought it was a weird choice. But to be fair, I'm not sure about some of the choices anyway. Like, because I remember Shamia's outfit. I was just, what's?
She looked like she was dropping the kids at school. Like, did nobody know where they were going? Yeah. Like, you're going to a launch event.
Hmm.
There's going to be press there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand the fashion choices. Like, some people knew where they were going. Other people were like, I'm just dropping off flowers and I'm leaving type of vibe.
Yeah.
Like, it was what's going on?
It was weird. It was weird. Yeah, I didn't like that. So the launch starts. Kenny says some big things on the mic, and then we see like the models with their avant-garde like hairstyles and everything like that. Personally, I did not like the spider themed one. Can people stop doing that? A bit scary, giant spider on her back. Crazy. But they had like kind of Queen Charlotte type inspired things. Oh,
we got a super sticker. Yay, Sora. Thank you so much, Sora. This will go to the Sade birthday fund. Come on, guys, actually. Come on, guys. Like, you guys have had 2 weeks of warning for when we do this live that you are going to be sending in birthday gifts for Sade. Now, this isn't on that. This is the first one that's come through, but thank you so much, Sora. Hopefully this will get the ball rolling and more of you will join in. Think about it. For time, we were doing this 4 or 5 times a week for almost a whole year. We were giving you content, and now it's on a weekly basis. Come on, it's time to kind of show a little bit of gratitude. It's actually good for your heart, and it's good for Sade's heart as well. Okay,
only if you can, though, because when I say go on, bro, only if you can. It's okay.
If you can,
do you know
I'll
what I
add
mean?
that in there.
Seriously, but make sure you like the video as well, kind of thing, and share it with other people that are like-minded too, as well, please. But yeah, so there was one person, Queen Charlotte, was giving Bridgerton that type of vibe. I really liked that, and it had like this big thing in the middle, and then another woman had like this big butterfly on her head that was actually working, and she didn't win, by the way, which I thought was wild. Like, you've got to.
You thought she should win?
Yeah, it was like
Queen Charlotte, man. Come on, she had bubbles coming out. It's phenomenal.
The butterfly was moving.
Yeah, no,
it was flapping its wings.
It wasn't better than Queen Charlotte. Oh,
Sora! Thank you.
Round of applause.
Thank you so much.
Bless
thank you. Thank you so much, man. Seriously. You try not to be what? I don't understand that one.
Proverb says you are not trying to be Marvin Sapp with a closed door. Close the door.
I got you. No. The door's open. You can leave at will. It's fine. But we don't want you to oh, that went over my head for a bit. But no, I really like them. It reminds me of a time when I was working in hair. Like, I really like that type of like avant-garde hair, especially using like macro hair and stuff like that. It's really cool. Cynthia is there. Drew comes as well. Cynthia is just like, I turned my back for 5 minutes and all hell has broken loose. She did ask Portia if her and Drew had made up, and Portia was just like, nah, that hasn't happened yet. We haven't had a chat yet, kind of thing. Shamia did explain to I think Cynthia, that she had Angela and Britt over at her house and everything like that. Yeah. Then we've cut to Kelly and Britt, right? Britt is chatting to Kelly and talking about what's been going on in her life at the moment. And unfortunately, one of her aunts has passed away. They ended up pulling the plug, and she was not prepared. And she felt like she was in a very weird place because a lot of things were happening at once. We go back to Cynthia chatting to Samia and Angela, and basically she couldn't believe like a pistol, like she's packing. Do you know what I mean? And they're like, yep, And Shamia did point out, like, that Britt needs to be prepared that, she can't get mad at Kenya if Kenya doesn't accept her apology. And I think that is absolutely fair as well. So it turns out Angela was the only one that reached out to Kenya after the incident had happened as well. And Angela was just like, yeah, you didn't deserve that. I'm on your side. And I was just like, huh?
Two-faced much?
Bro. I was like, no, Angela, what is wrong with this woman? She is the biggest supporter of whoever's next to her. Like, do you know what I
basically.
mean? Like,
Yeah,
she's a
yeah.
flippity flopper. It was weird.
Flip. How people used to talk about Cynthia,
Mm,
and I never really thought Cynthia was like that. Everyone will always be like, Cynthia's a flip flopper, but
mm-hmm,
Angela is doing it in real time. Because
mm-hmm.
I'm sure Kenya don't know that Angela was the one that put that question in there.
Right.
So
How do you
you
say,
actually
like,
caused the shit, and you're there being like, you know, you're right, girl. I'm here for you. Really?
what? You don't like me. Seriously, you don't like me at all. So then we go back to Britt and Kelly, which is probably the longest journey in the world
Like,
to the
where were they
venue.
traveling from? The UK?
Bro, it was a lot. It was so long. Kelly then tells Britt that she chatted to Kenya and do you know what I mean? She tells her that, you know what, I told her that, you know, what you saw wasn't the Brit that I know. Like, do you know what I mean? But Brit, you know, she's like, I was wrong, I went too far, and everything like that. Kelly commends her, like, you know, saying, like, I love that you know that, and that type of thing. And Brit is just like, you know, maybe hopefully me and Kenya can be friends after this. Little does she know. Little does she know. So then we go back to Cynthia, Portia, Angela, and Shamia all chatting, and Angela is basically hoping the same thing, that they have a come to Jesus moment, like Britt and Kenya have a come to Jesus moment, if Kenya will allow it, which I think is the caveat here. And Portia says, like, look, I think Kenya is very offended. And sometimes, you know, that can make you retaliate. And I was just like, foreshadowing. Do you know what I mean? Because she's definitely in that mode. So then we have Kelly and Britt arrive. They arrive. Now they show a shot of Kenya cutting her eye. Yeah, I think it was edited. I actually think it was edited. But
You don't think when she walked in, Kenya saw her and was like, ugh.
No, I think it just seemed a little bit out of place, because the next time we see Kenya, she's upstairs getting ready, so it would just seem like or touching up. And I was just like, that seemed a little bit out of place. Seriously. Oh, sorry.
Shall I read Jordan Parker's?
Yeah.
Jordan Parker saying, happy birthday. If you're an American here with a 401k, please check it. Some of my co-workers were chatting this morning and the average loss last week is 3K.
Jesus.
Wow.
Sorry, man. Sorry,
yes,
that's happening.
I know. It's peak out there at the moment.
It really is. Oh, gosh. So in the confessionals, Big P is just like, she was asked by a producer, what did you think when you saw Britt come in? And she was just like, is her wig tacked down? Because mine is. I tacked down my wig for her. Do you know what I mean? But the girls, they are all talking to Britt and saying, like, do you know what I mean? If she didn't want you to be here, she would have uninvited you, or security would have kicked you out and everything like that. I was just like, they're lying. They're lying to this girl. They're part of the setup as far as I'm concerned. Because what the hell? And Kelly's the worst. She should have told, because she met with Kenya and she saw her energy, so she shouldn't have let that girl come to that event at all. Drew comes over and she tries to hug Portia, and Portia's not having a freaking bar. She's just like, this may be about them, but this is also about me and you. Like, do you know what I mean? And Drew's like, oh yeah, I don't bite, and P's just not having any of it. And you know, Drew then just starts talking. Like, she's talking and she's not listening. She's just talking, kind of like for the sake of the camera, in my opinion. Yeah. She was just like, you know, I feel like, you know, it's been too long. Like, you know, there's nothing going on. Everybody knows that I'm going through a divorce, you know, and the guy's crazy. Like, why would I mess with why do I mess with Dennis, like your baby daddy? Like, you know, let's just nip it in the bud and everything like that, and you can have his hot dog. Now, I don't know, what's the hot dog reference? I don't understand.
I had no idea. I was thinking, is this like an Atlanta term for like, you can win this one, that I'm prepared to take the heat or something? But I was like, this may be slang, because I was like,
I don't know. Does anybody know what the hot dog means?
Let us know.
Yeah, that seemed weird. Big P was just like, are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Like, is this supposed to be cute? Is that what it is? And then Drew just starts bulldozing again. She's just like, no, nothing's happening. You know, I'm not doing anything. You know, this is really dumb at this point and everything like that. And Big P is just like, oh, sorry, hold on. People are saying
Dennis has a hot dog business. Right. Okay.
okay.
Oh, so it's like you can have it. Right. Okay. I don't trust her then.
Does that make sense though? You can have. Why are you telling me I can have him? I'm already connected to him. I can
Ain't
have
that dodgy?
I want, actually.
Isn't that dodgy? That feels a little bit like side chicky talk. Like, okay, so I'm just gonna back off. That doesn't land the way I think she thought it was gonna land.
You're not competing for him.
No,
I don't like Drew anymore. I don't. Seriously. But you know, Big P says to her, like, you know what? Use your common sense. Like, why would you bring up anything messy? Like, when a simple call would suffice. And you know what I mean? It's just common sense. And Drew's like, I did call. Portia's like, no, you didn't. no, you didn't. You know, and you're coming to me with this kind of energy and everything like that. Then they kind of go back and forth, and then Portia starts mocking her the way she's talking. And I could see, I was just like, okay, cool. This could go either one way. Portia then walks away. And I feel like, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, yeah, but I feel like this is growth for Portia. Yes. That she got annoyed. Do you know what I mean? And she thought, you know what? Let me just walk away. Because she seemed like, because I feel like
not letting Drew draw her out. I mean, she's being very intentional. Like, I'm not going to give Drew the moment to keep her peach. Like, we're not going to war in front of everybody. She's being very, very intentional because you know the formula. They're out. They have to have a beef. And Drew to me was like, we could be the beef, and Portia was like, no,
absolutely not.
Not us.
Yeah. So then Drew is just like, yeah, I tried, guys. Like, everyone's watching. I tried. Like, no, you didn't. Like, this is weird. But she did say that she tried 3 times and she's not tried anymore. Big P was just like, look, I did want to talk to her, but not anymore. When I found out, and then they showed a clip of like her cousin in that meeting about go naked hair. Like that Drew wanted to do a sit down with Dennis as well, kind of thing. When she found out things like that, she was just like, nah, I don't want to meet with her anymore, anything like that. Then we see Britt again. Britt's got flowers in hand. She makes a beeline for Kenya and tries to give her the flowers. And Kenya straight ignores her, absolutely ignores her. Britt clearly kind of upset, probably not used to such a level of rejection like that. Do you know what I mean? She leaves the space. But girl, how did you think this was going to go down? That was my question. Like, are you okay? Kenya then immediately starts getting everybody's attention, like making this speech. And she's just like, you know, this salon's for my daughter. But, you know, what's really getting on my nerves is that people keep trying me. And I've had enough. Yeah. Like I had a dinner the other day and this person was looking for a moment and they tried to come for me. They came for me. This person has brought fake flowers. Yeah. To this event, they brought fake flowers. Get them the hell out of here. Get them out. Give them to the homeless. She said give them to the homeless.
But she said, I was literally like, Kenya, really? The homeless? What is a homeless person going to do with flowers?
I was giggling though. I can't lie. Not because of the homeless, because she's summoned someone to get them out and they picked them up and they took them out. Kelly then jumps off of her stool, yeah? And tries to like, sir, stop. Let me take the card. Yeah. Kenya spots this. Don't keep that card. Burn that shit. You just escalated it up again. Like, I don't want the card. And Kelly's like, okay. Kenya tells her, like, and points at her, stay out of it. Stay out of it.
I was same way Kelly was like, that's how I would have been. Okay. I'm not involved in this smoke because she's on one.
Bro, she was ready for it. Everybody looks shook at this point. Do you know what I mean? Then she goes in. It's escalated because I was paying her dust. Yeah. Again, I need a definition. She says, because I'm that bitch, been that bitch, I'm still that bitch. And then she goes, what? What? What's that? What is it? Is this Obia? Like, I don't. What was that? What was that symbolizing? I don't know. I'm gonna pay you in dust. That's what she said. Like, what does that mean?
I need whoever Kenya's acting coach is to stand up so they can be flogged, because somebody watched her rehearse that whole bit, the whole thing, and was like, "I'm just gonna get them."
And you know what you gotta do? You gotta blow.
Like after a beat and swing. Like it was, she needs brethren. I was honestly like, this is the mark of a woman with shitty friends. Somebody needed to stop her at this point. Even here, like, okay, and seen enough. Let's keep on going.
It was weird. It was actually weird. I want to know what the dust thing means. Does that mean you're gonna vermouth disappear? Like,
yeah, usually in a Nollywood movie, that's what it is, isn't it? You have the thing, and then they turn into a chicken.
I want some powder. I want to do it. She said, serious.
And she should have had powder though.
She should have
do it properly.
She should have had purple powder. Yes. Like, do you know what I mean? On brand, and then done that. Do you know what I mean?
With some glitter to just
pay them. To pay somebody dust means to ignore them. Oh, okay. But then she didn't ignore them. But okay.
No, because you're giving a lot. But she needed more. Yeah. If you're gonna do it, I think I needed dramatics, and purple powder and glitter would have been great.
Yeah. That would have been like a, insult, but like it's cheeky more than like deeply offensive. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, thank you for that, Christian. And then she starts talking about, Kenya then starts talking about that the person, meaning Brit, was talking about having a gun and that she keeps it on all the time. And, you don't know who the fuck I am. And Kenya's like, no, I don't know who you are. So I did a little research. And this is who I found out who this bitch is. And she brings out these they must be A0 because they were huge. A0 large Fomex boards with pictures on them blurred. And she's just like, look, this is and it's basically, I think she was demonstrating that the girl has had surgery or fillers or something like that kind of thing. She said, look, we see the nose job, we see the fillers and stuff and everything like that. Kelly is just like, oh, I'm not doing this. She needs to pipe down, BP in the confessional was just like, Kenya was going crazy. Like, do you know what I mean? This is the first ball. Like, where is this going? And Kenya's, back in the room, she's like saying, the private investigators, they found some more evidence for me. She used to be a video hoe. And she brings out another board. We don't really see what that is. Kelly at this point gets up and leaves. She's like, I've had enough.
With Kenya's all of her minions.
Yeah.
Like Kelly's surrounded by people.
Like AD when she left the wedding. People I love that scene. And she's just like, yeah, she used to be a video hoe. She was a trap hoe, video hoe. I don't know. I know what a trap house is, and I know what a hoe is. To put those two together,
I presume she was a video vixen in trap music videos. So
is that what it means?
Akin to being a video vixen in a drill video.
Oh, okay. Oh, like me then. Okay, cool.
That's what I got from it. I was like, okay, so you're saying she weren't even in like sexy R&B rap videos, she was in shit videos as well, and she was a hoe.
But I mean, she did do some cool videos as well. Like I think so, she did. But anyway, she was obviously trying to make people laugh and everything like that. And then she says, I did videos, but I was a leading lady. Like I was making stacks for my appearances and that sort of thing. Kelly, when she was walking out, says, everybody's been a hoe in their day. Like she's been a hoe too. And I was just like, not everybody, but okay. I'm not gonna shame, but fine. And she did say, like in a confessional, like, look, we're in this beautiful salon and everything like that. We're here to celebrate Kenya, and like, why the fuck are we discussing Brit? Do you know what I mean? At your grand opening, and fair frigging point. Do you know what I mean? Still hate that confessional outfit though. I will never get over my head for that. I hate it.
Terrible. On all manner, from the jacket to the hair to her makeup,
is everything.
Again, who was like, you look good, girl?
Yeah.
Who?
Producers, they must have been giggling, like, what the hell is this? 0 points. So then when Kelly's outside, she said to Britt, she sees Britt who's hanging around outside.
Why is she on a street corner looking
Weird.
like that?
Exactly. Weird. She says, look, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We're going. And then Kenya, we come back to Kenya. Kenya's like, look, they keep sending me information. And she picks up her third and final board. And on this board, everybody's mouth opens. There's even a scream, oh, like a little, you know what I mean? Like, in the background. Portia does not look impressed at all. Like, this is nasty work. It really is. Like, you know, and then someone says, I think it's Shamia. I think it's Shamia's voice because we don't see them, we just hear them. And they're like, ain't nobody trying to see this girl suck nobody's dick.
Oh, no, that's Cynthia.
Is that Cynthia? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She sounds young, innit? Crazy. So I'm just like, what? From that comment, we can infer what was shown on those.
Fellatio.
Yes. Yeah. Wild. Absolutely wild. That's crazy. That's unhinged behavior. It's actually unhinged behavior. Now, is it more unhinged than threatening someone with a gun?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
If I don't know you, the only thing I would say is that Kenya planned this, yeah? Do you know what I mean? She planned it. Mm-hmm. So it's premeditated. That's what I was saying. But at the same time, and I don't know whether it's I'm just sensitive because I don't live in a world where guns are a normal thing. Do you know what I mean? If someone's threatening me, I'm fearing for my motherfucking life. Like, that's what I'm doing. Like, do you know what I mean? And you think you can intimidate me. It's
the level of the threat. Somebody muttering like I've got whips and guns and that to me is just bad girl chat.
She weren't muttering
unless I know that you really are about that. But as she said, I don't even know.
Yeah.
So there's that level of I don't know what she's about. And okay, maybe a threat. Somebody comes up to you, bulking up like I will pistol whip you in your face and whip you around this room is very different to somebody just side talking. So I could see an escalation from somebody threatening me to my face. I could see the escalation. Because she didn't have that, and you had 3 plaques. Somebody blew that video.
Yeah. Someone printed it. Where do you get
printed it?
Yeah,
and put it on a board, and everyone around you was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait for you to do this," expecting you to still have a job. Like, no, it's an escalation to another degree. In the same way, if Kelly was there with Britt and was hyping her up to threaten Kenya, again, that would be like, so you don't want Britt to continue on this franchise. I feel sorry for Kenya because producers, whoever was around there, hyped her up to do this action like this is going to be a moment. We're past those things now. The franchise is too old. People get sued for less.
Yeah.
We should know better. Like, this is your business. This is your salon that you want people to go to. It's wild. It's wild. Yeah, it's a crazy one. It's a crazy one. It's one.
So yeah, no, I agree with you. I think they did add that audio afterwards. What are people saying?
All right. So Christian Jane says she showed everyone and not just the girls. That's what made it worse. For real, it could have been a private dinner or something like that. Shahida says the reason why it's more unhinged is because this was Kenya's event. Instead of going to the police, filing out a harassment report that she did this at her grand opening, like this was cool, dumb. Will Smith says, I think they added the comment audio on after the fact so that we knew what was in the pic. Probably. Yeah, they probably did that. But I'm disappointed in Kenya, man. I was like, this is really disappointing behavior.
Yeah, it was, and everybody else was disappointed in her too. Do you know what I mean? Because Shami in a commercial was just like, yeah, you can say you've got receipts, but you don't have to show it. Like, she couldn't believe her eyes and everything. When she was talking to Cynthia as well, she said like definitely went too far. And Kenya's like, no, it's not too far. She threatened me with a gun. Big P was just like, look, she had to get on up out there. She didn't want to stay there and like look like she was supporting what was going on in there. Do you know what I mean? So she leaves. You know, Kenya then goes on to say, like, you know, she's the one trying to take food out of my daughter's mouth. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you for supporting me, that sort of thing, and everything like that. And she says, don't come for me. And then the audience responds, unless I send for you. Most of the girls gather outside. Do you know what I mean? They're all disgusted. Angela then starts blaming herself because she encouraged Britt to try and make amends. Shamia's kind of in shock, I think. She's just like, this is too much, too much. Angela says, like, it's distasteful, it's uncalled for, it's hurtful, like, this is going to cause too much pain. Big P's, her thing is just like, look, this is Kenya's big day, like all the blood, sweat, and tears and everything like that, and she literally threw it away. And Cynthia chats to Kenya, so maybe she went back in or whatever, and she says like, look, I wasn't there and I don't know, I'm just getting to know Britt, but I do know you, and I hate the way that you let this unfold, and I think you're bigger than this, and I think you're better than this as well, kind of thing. And Kenya's like, I am, and Cynthia's just like, look, real talk, like, I love you, but I'm going to talk to you later. Do you know what I mean? Drew, however, is still there with Kenya.
Yeah.
Why is Drew still there?
Screen time.
That's what I'm saying. She's hungry. She's starving for screen time. She's absolutely starving. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Big P's had enough now. She's just like, we need to go right now. Production, like, get this mic off me, turn that camera off, like, we're done. Like, do you know what I mean? And then we see like this notice on the screen that Bravo said they decided to cease filming with Kenya. It's over. It's over. It's over for her. Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think that, and bear in mind, I'm new coming into this season, yeah? Like, I didn't think Kenya would be this stupid. Do you think there is some sort of thing in this where she was just like, I want out of my contract, I know how to get out of it, and then do double whammy, 2 birds with 1 stone? I can insult Britt and get out of my contract at the same time.
I don't think so. I think she actually... I don't think that was her motivation for it. Mm-hmm. I think it's the frustrations by what a lot of people are saying on the Reddit streets, and I think Jessie Wu has gone into this further as well, is that Kenya was feeling that Bravo has been disrespecting her and not valuing her position within the hierarchy, and that this season she wanted her brethrens there and they weren't put in. So she was already vexed, and Britt and one of her friends has beef. So it's like there's more of a pressure to be like, I hate this girl, but she was playing it off like, you know, I'm just going to ignore her. And I think there was a build up to, I'm going to have a moment. I don't think Kenya thought it was going to be received this way, like it was going to be so detrimental. I don't know why in this day and age, but maybe it's anger. Or if everybody around you is also like, she's taking the piss, she's taking the piss, she's taking the piss. Maybe that whipped her up to think this is okay because she was surrounded by people that was like, this is okay. Until she showed her hand.
I just don't think she's that stupid. Like, she can't, like, maybe I don't want to think of her like that. She's definitely that dumb. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, not like, in what world? In what world?
In TV, they're not going to show. I don't know how you can. I don't know.
They will talk about it though, right? They would talk about it. That's the thing.
I've seen footage of her sucking dick. That she could have said all of that.
Yeah.
But to show it.
Yeah.
I don't
like
know.
the way that she did in front of everybody, yeah, it's insane. But then at the same time, like I can't, like I don't want Brit to also be absolved of her craziness. Also, like, do you know what I mean? Because you went 0 to 60 over not getting a response to a question, and you started threatening people. That is wild behavior.
This is the thing,
And
Sade.
then
This
to
is why
go
she
on,
didn't have
like,
to do that.
yeah, like but to go on like, oh, now because I'm wearing no makeup and I'm sorry, everything is okay. Like, get the fuck
No,
out of here. Like, it's not okay. It's
Kenya
not
didn't. She didn't need to do anything because
okay.
Brit was already. She had taken the escalation too far. So
Mm.
all Kenya had to do was have her launch, keep her head down, and Brit probably wouldn't have carried on because it would have been like you've escalated and the girl ain't done anything to you. Like she, in effect, Kenya had won, and then she just lost it. That's the whole thing of the self-sabotage.
Like,
Like she just lost it all.
but you can't get out of, like, she couldn't, because even if she did uninvite Brit could have still turned up anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because that happens all the time. Like, they weren't even
Mhm.
invited. Why are you here? She could have still turned up anyway. So not that I'm thinking this at all, but in that crazy madness of like, I'm gonna let her know and let her people know and let everybody know, like, we're never gonna be, because British she came with flowers and a note.
It's like she could have said we're never going to be
But she's
friends.
hinting we're not friends, yeah. And Brit keeps on. She's not getting the hint. She's like, I want to talk to you. Like, it's not.
Yeah, she could have sent her out. Like she could have got the security to remove her. It's just Kenya crashed and burned herself, like for no reason other than this is generally what humans can do. Though you can self-sabotage. Your ego can get into we are so threatened, and you blow it up when you've already won.
But do you
And
think?
She had won.
Do you think that? Yeah, I agree with you, Christian. Actually, says I seriously think Brett only apologized for attention. She was eager to apologize because it meant she would still have Kenya's attention. Yes, I agree with that kind of thing. And do you think that this is going to be like something that's going to be lasting? Because we had people like Phaedra, like, do you know what I mean, who said what she said about Candy, and she's hasn't stopped her, and now she's coming back. Like, do you know what I mean? So like that's why I'm just like, does she want to get out? Like, I don't know, because someone said, one said, was she fired or suspended? I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
They're still just saying they're not filming with her. I think Kenya can make it back, but like it has to crash in it. So maybe season 18 they will bring her back again. But it's a shame because I guess she thought staying in longer, like being the longer one, and then Candy going, this would be her time now. She would basically be Nene. And then she wasn't. They brought in Portia and Shamia. So I understand her being pissed. But it's still a check, isn't it? It's still money. Like you still can't.
But she got
just
now.
Crash and burn, man. Not like this. You don't want to go out on this. You don't want to go out on revenge call.
No. Of course not. Of course not. That it's wild. It's actually wild that you would do. That's what I'm saying. Like, you printed on A0 foam exporters.
Who was printing that and was like,
you know, you got to order that, or you got to know the printer. You got to print that kind of material. You would have to know the printer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't just send that on an email. You can't just upload that to the print site.
I hope not. You can't just do that shit.
You can't, because there's laws about using people's logos. There must be laws about printing pornographic material for sure.
Listen. It's such a crazy thing to do, and if you think when it first came out in the blogs when they were recording and people was obviously being like Kenya's going to get fired because of what she's done, I really thought it was a projector, and she played it to everybody. Like, I didn't know it was foam boards. Like it just even seemed like there was more steps to this is stoppable. Like, you know, somebody could have just thrown away the boards. Like there's just so many things.
Yeah, but she done it because. Why did she do it? Like, I don't even know. But they clearly thought about it, and maybe for it, so make sure it's been picked up on camera, probably. I don't know.
Oh Lord, it's just Kenya, man. Like you put so much effort into this, and this is your business. Oh, I don't know.
She don't care that much. I don't know if she cares. Like, I really don't know. Like, because it seems like this is social suicide, right? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. But she over Brit, like, you don't even know Brit.
That's why there has to be more to the venom. But yeah, apparently it's got something to do with a woman called Ming Lee. Do you know of Ming Lee?
That sounds familiar.
Like,
was she on one of these shows before or something?
I think so. I only know her through what was it? She had a podcast with Karen Civil on Joe Budden's network.
Okay.
I think it was called like Girl, I Guess, or something like that. Some type of title like that. That's how I know of Ming Lee, and I actually quite liked her. She was kind of quite funny, and you could just watch her and Karen just talk about shit. But that's all I know of her. But apparently she was there as well, and that's the thing. Her and Brit dated a rapper, and they've got beat, and she is Kenya's friend. So there may be more history to her being like, I want to blow Brit's spot, and then at the same time, blew up herself. Like,
yeah, but this is the thing. It's just like, so Brit, if you know that you've got a friend that, or you know someone that knows Kenya, and Kenya's keeping her distance from you, why are you pushing it? Why? Because she was pushing. That energy was coming from Brit. Now, I'm not saying that she deserves. I'm absolutely not. Do you know what I mean? But it's just like I thought her behavior towards Kenya was weird from the jump.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I really did. Like, why are you so pressed about what this woman thinks about you? Like, why do you care? And then you're coming with cheap shots anyway, like saying, "Oh, there's only 2 of us married here," and stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Worry about your divorce. Like, what? So you got energy, and she wasn't expecting that. She wasn't expecting Kenya's response.
No. Oh, Judy B, thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man.
Happy early birthday.
This is for you. Shall we open the phone lines?
Yeah. Let me drop the invite in. What's the time? Yes.
You guys wanna join in the conversation today?
You can either be on visually or on audio. It's up to you. It is in the chat now. Just click on it and come on in. Oh, El Michelle isn't here, but Christian Jane is. So maybe Christian will jump on.
Oh, where is El Michelle?
Or anybody else. And Erin hasn't been in the chat either.
Yeah. Yes. I know, to be fair, there's a lot going on in the USA at the moment, though, to be fair.
I feel it.
You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised. It's okay.
Yes, it's a crazy time.
Honestly. So,
that was a roller coaster of an episode, though.
Yeah.
It was great. I like Kenya. Like I'm like, oh, why is she going? I know Phaedra will step in soon, but it's just such a shame. I really like Kenya.
Yeah. I think she's okay. Oh, Christian's up. Hello.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey.
First of all, sorry, what we didn't do last time is, do you consent to being on the show and for us to use your voice for all of our channels and bits?
Oh my God, this episode was wild. So I don't feel bad for Brit, because it's like, girl, you provoked this. You wanted this. And also, if I knew this type of stuff was out there about me, I would be careful. I would tread lightly with people.
Fair.
But I do think Kenya was wrong. Like, girl, you can't be out there showing people's nudes, especially showing them in sexual acts.
Yeah.
And then I also thought that it was just not smart for Kenya to do this at her own event, where she had worked so hard for years. She complained that production did not show her building the salon. All of the girls were there to support her, and she was good with everybody, and everybody already had her back.
Yeah.
over the Brit stuff. So she was in
Yeah.
a perfect place.
Hmm.
And then she went and did this. And it was just, it wasn't smart. It definitely
Mhm.
was not smart. And so y'all know I love Kenya, but girl, no. It this was not the move. I probably would have left too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was drinking a lot as well. Like
Oh.
production kept showing her like getting more
Oh,
shots.
for real. I did
Yes.
see her
Mm.
take a couple of shots when they were
Yes.
doing her hair. Actually,
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
So I think she knew that it was wrong and she had this
Mhm.
planned out obviously with the poster boards. And I think
Yeah.
she was drinking to hype herself up to say, actually, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Mm.
And she
That's
didn't
courage.
realize that it would result in her being suspended.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think drove her to this, though, in your opinion?
I honestly thought that Kenya planned it as just like another stunt. But
Mhm.
then I
Okay.
think she wanted to like one up herself
Mm.
and
Mhm.
she just saw red and didn't see the boundaries. She probably
Right.
felt like, production isn't protecting me. This new girl is
Mhm.
talking about some like she's going to shoot me and, all that, or, alleging.
Mhm.
But, and I will say there are many times since the entire course that Kenya has been on the show
Mhm.
where people do things to her and nobody comes to her defense.
Yeah.
And then she does like the slightest thing to somebody else and
Mhm.
everybody else, gets all this support. But
Yeah.
I think what was unique about this season is that the girls were like in her corner and she just was so infuriated that she wouldn't let it play out, right? Like she could have rode that sympathy train
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
entire
Yeah.
season and
Yeah.
Britt probably would not have come back,
Mm.
Definitely.
especially because it sounds like according to like media that everybody hates Britt.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only Portia seems to be like she likes her.
oh,
Yeah,
So
that's
Portia
why
is the
Kenya
only
called her a
one.
traitor.
Yeah,
yeah.
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 But it seemed
Mm.
like all
Even
of the others were like Brit couldn't go. Like there was a
Mm.
general consensus like Brit can go, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Kenya, man.
I hate it for King. I hope she does come back. In
Mhm.
these last few seasons, she's also been more chill.
Mhm.
And I appreciated that. And I also liked her relationship with Portia because it did start off so contentiously and they
Yes.
were in a good place. And it
Yeah.
doesn't sound like they still are based on the
No.
way that Portia
Mhm.
advocates for Brit, but
Yeah.
girl, I don't know.
No.
I'm 32 and these ladies are in their 40s and 50s. I'm like,
Yeah.
girl, come on, y'all have to y'all are not
Nothing changes.
old enough to know like
Christian,
oh,
nothing changes. Nothing changes. It's
No.
just a
right.
number. It,
Yeah.
yeah, it really is.
Oh my God.
Seriously.
And Angela, on a side note, Angela
Yeah.
Hmm.
looks amazing. I knew she was older because
Yeah.
she just kind of gives like older energy and the voice,
Mm.
and she just kind of
Hmm.
gives that energy, but I would not have guessed 60s
Mm.
at all. I
I
thought
know.
No.
like late 40s,
Yeah.
early to mid 50s, but
Hmm.
she looks amazing.
She does.
She
Thank
really
you, Christian. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Have a good
See you in the
day.
next one.
and
Thank you.
you and you.
Bye. Bye bye.
Okay.
Oh, let's get this super chat real quick.
Yes, look at Maya,
Thank you, Maya.
9.99. Look at that.
Appreciate you.
Birthday. That is amazing.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the support and everything. And yeah, I don't know what to
Okay.
say.
We have just Jonda. Hey,
Hey,
Hello, how are you?
well, good.
good.
Thank
How are
you.
Can
you?
you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, can hear you, but I'm a little worried. You're not
Oh, I'm
driving.
literally pulling over, so your
Okay.
timing was perfection. Okay. I was like, I was waiting, like, give it 2 more seconds. Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, by the way, I am so happy to have found you all show women of a certain age like myself. And I absolutely love it and try to make sure I get you live no matter what time, day or night. So you
Oh,
guys are
thank
fantastic.
you. Thank you
And
so much.
congratulations on 5 years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Um, so I have been very troubled by this situation, not in a way that's keeping me up at night, but just
Mhm,
um, because I think that there are some elements of it that are being dismissed. I think you all touched on it, so not so much
mhm,
you all, but I think a lot of people have been dismissing certain elements, and that's number two in particular. One, the role of production in all of
Mm,
this,
mhm,
yeah.
and production knowledge. I would bet the farm, and I've got a child about to go to college, so I don't need to be betting anything. But
mhm,
I would bet the farm on this. There
mhm,
is not 1 ounce in me, and as much as you all know about production, I'm sure you would agree that
mhm,
the team did not know about this.
Hmm.
This was
mhm.
not planned without them. Reality TV, especially Bravo reality and the longevity they have, it's not real. We know that. We
Mm.
love
Yeah.
watching it, but
Yeah.
we know the deal. So when we talk about what was in her mind and how could she, what could she have possibly been thinking? She was
Mm.
thinking, I planned this with production and it's fine. That's
Yeah.
what she was
Mm.
thinking.
Mhm.
And so when you talk about her drinking and being nervous and whatever, it's because she had a scene planned out. Production was fully aware of. They knew where to have the cameras. They knew
Mhm.
all of these
Mm.
things. There is none of this that was not planned.
Yeah.
Now, has she said that? No, and I think that there's a number of reasons for that. One, there is still, even though we see them breaking the fourth wall more and more,
Yeah.
they're still there. They only go but so far in doing that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because even when we see them breaking the fourth wall, they always do it. Even when on the other shows, they say stuff, but there's always a point where they stop
Yeah.
Hmm.
because there are
Mhm.
still elements of their contract that they're only going to push so far. So even when they
Mhm.
break the fourth wall, that's not even truly authentic.
Mhm.
Um, so there's that element of it, and the possibility that she could come back. So
Yeah.
you're not going to go full scorched earth like, say, a Nene, because
Yeah.
Mhm.
we have glaring examples of what happens when you go full scorched earth. When
Yeah.
Mm,
you call your, he claims he's not a producer anymore, but we know Andy
Mhm.
has a certain gravitas with
yeah.
Yeah.
the company. So you call him a cokehead and all that kind of stuff, racist. You ain't coming back. I mean,
Yeah.
there'll have to be a whole lot more kissing rings and boots
Yeah.
before that happened.
Definitely. Yeah.
That if she's broken up, maybe she'd be willing to do.
Mhm.
So Kenya has a glaring example of that from her own show. So until she knows or feels or the words are really truly said that the door's completely closed, she's not going to go full scorched earth and
Yeah.
Mhm.
say helped me, because that would be, in my opinion, of everything that happened, throwing production under the bus is the true nail in the coffin. Not what she did, but her
Mm.
revealing who helped her.
Do
So
do
true.
you
And
do
That's so
you
true.
think that they knew things to a certain point? Because I feel like that third board seemed to shock everybody so much. Like, do you know what I mean?
On
Because
the
they could have
floor.
been, yeah, because I'm thinking like they could have been okay for, although it's all heinous to be fair. Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm.
For like maybe like the surgery bits and like the video bits, but that last one is
um,
Maybe.
I
I've
I
heard
would
that a
say,
producer has lost their job though. Like a
mm,
yes,
producer,
exactly,
that
because
came out.
they
A
knew.
producer did
right.
actually lose their job over this. So
Okay.
Absolutely. So
there has
and
to be
that's
counsel.
that shows it right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think they knew, and let's face it, in the world we live in, there's nothing that they didn't know before this. Quite honestly, my belief is if it didn't come out this way through Kenya, there would have been other ways that this would have come out, especially
Mm,
if they needed to pump up ratings, because there
Yeah.
is nothing these shows go into not knowing about these people. And Brit, in particular, is unapologetic about the fact that she was a video vixen. In fact, she's said some disturbing things as it relates
Yeah.
to that, like
Yeah.
being one in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
these things were not hard to find. I know there's people saying, well, it's not on the internet anymore. Well, you can also get things removed once it really blows up in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't believe that these are things that Bravo or production didn't know.
Mhm.
There's lower standards, sadly, when it seems to come to some of the shows with predominantly women of color. When it comes to the whole housewives standard and what falls under that.
Yeah.
So and we know that.
Yeah.
They just want people who they think people are going to watch, not people who meet this other standard. But
Yeah.
the other quick thing, because I'm literally getting ready to run into court, that's
No.
why. So, and by the way, well, we'll get to the sex piece. But
Mhm.
the other thing that I want to bring up that I think keeps being missed is that initial piece with Brit.
Mhm.
And now again, both situations were tasteless. That
Yep.
initial piece with Brit, when we talk about why or whether or not she should be fired, one thing that I think maybe people don't feel comfortable saying because it brings in elements of race, and we know when it comes to the Housewives shows, the race lines are ugly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When it comes to the fan base, but the truth is the truth, and you all like to tell it. So,
Yep.
and that is that if this was one of the majority shows, there
Yeah.
would not be all this tap dancing and bending in pretzels about what constitutes a threat, whether
Yep.
or not it was an imminent threat, whether or
Yep.
not she should have really felt threatened. Could you imagine in your wildest dreams? Because I think that we all know what happened if there had been a housewife. I don't give a damn if it was a friend of
Mhm.
or a guest who said something about a pistol at with the target being Kyle Richards
Mm.
or Erica or
Yeah.
even Teresa Judice, and you know how they get down in Jersey. So I'm from Jersey. So um, if this was a majority show
That is true.
Mhm.
Okay.
and this type of language had been used, we would not be. And that's what I think. That's the part that bothers me the most about this, because Atlanta got on my nerves and I stopped watching a long time ago. I just watch everybody's reviews, and then I
Okay.
Yeah.
watched this episode because I do
Yeah.
like it. Um, but when it comes to this, I don't even think it's like or dislike. Look at it in the broader context of the fact that when it comes to shows where the women look like us,
Mhm.
everybody's got to be figuring this out and that out. Like Andy Cohen has the audacity to be somewhere talking about Brit being apologetic. Would anybody give a you know what about who's being apologetic if someone had mentioned pistols and whips? If
Yeah.
it
That is true.
was Kyle Richards, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
if it was Dorit, if it was Erica, if it was the Countess, this would not even be a discussion. But because it is the black shows,
Mm.
then it's like, was it really a threat? I mean, we
Yeah.
didn't see a gun.
Yeah.
And
They're
even with
downplaying
the
it.
whip, yes, and
Mhm.
even with the whip thing, I'm telling you, because I work in criminal defense, we're not talking about a whip as a, it is a piece that goes on a gun. I'm
Right.
sorry. Go
Oh,
No,
ahead.
no,
is
no,
it?
no. That's why I didn't know that. I was wondering what, because I thought, did she mean she wanted to pistol whip her, or
That's
is
what
that
I thought
something
it
else?
was.
No,
Like,
you know, get into your Googles.
Mhm. Mhm.
No, it
really?
is well, again, we don't know how deep about that life she
Mhm.
is. So I'll be gentle and say maybe she was talking about a, but
Mm.
those who are about that life,
Mhm.
Have
that is
it.
a whole other definition.
Right.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So, yeah, so
Mhm.
it's very, so that's the part that I find very concerning. It is
Mhm.
that broader context
Yeah.
um, of what this means when the individuals look like us
Yeah.
Mhm.
versus when they look like them. As it
Yeah.
relates to the RP of it all, because again, I deal with these people on in these types of cases on a regular basis. It does matter, and I know that, well, I'll say legally. In
Mhm.
the
Hmm.
legal context, it does matter in terms of whether or not these pictures were public. I do understand because I'm a woman. the
Yeah.
sensibilities of how it hits different, especially when it's us and when it's us, in
Yeah.
terms of the longer lasting effects, and even putting race aside, it just hits different.
Yeah.
But not putting
Yeah.
race aside, we can't do what they do when it comes
Yeah.
to our stuff being out there and how it affects us. But just from the purely legal perspective, whether Brit consented to Kenya showing them to them that day, I get that people want to make that distinction, but it does matter whether or not these pictures were public. Distasteful, we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Whether or not
Fair.
she
Mm-hmm.
anticipated whether or not she anticipated these pictures
Mm-hmm.
resurfacing now that she's rebuilding a post video vixen
Yeah.
um
Life. Yeah.
life, and I
Yeah.
think that these pictures were not necessarily related to being video vixen, but that allegations that she was like a cam girl or some other stuff
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
that. But the bottom line is, you move on to the next stage, and some people don't mind that their past is very much a part of their present. They're
Yeah.
like, look, this is who
Mm-hmm.
I am now, and I'm proud of the fact that I came from whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't, and certainly with women, we don't always have the luxury of doing that when we are trying to elevate our status. So I understand that aspect of it, but it really does matter, however distasteful it may be and how sensitive we understandably feel from a
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
purely legal perspective, as to whether or not those pictures were already public. And despite the fact that they may not be able to be found now, which could be for a variety of factors, if
Yeah.
that part can be proven, then from a legal perspective, and I looked up Georgia in particular when this came up,
Yeah.
for it, just from that perspective, she's fine, which is why she hasn't been charged. So
Mm-hmm.
Right.
yes,
It would
it
have
is
take
R.
that. Yeah.
Yes, it is
Mm-hmm.
RP ish,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and from a general standpoint, we can call it that. I don't have an issue with us calling it that, because
Mm-hmm.
it does fit within that colloquial definition of you putting somebody's stuff out there
Mhm.
just to
Mm-hmm.
embarrass them and what have you. But
Yeah.
if just addressing it from the legal part,
That's
Mm-hmm.
that's
interesting.
that's the
Okay.
difference.
Yeah.
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 Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much, Jonda. That's
Appreciate
really
that.
helpful.
Yes,
You're welcome.
definitely.
And I just enjoy you guys. So thank you for having me, even in my car. See, I'm not moving, both hands free. Okay.
Stay
And you
safe.
all have a great time. And I'm going to run into the courthouse.
Okay, have a good
Have a
day.
good one as well.
All right. Bye bye.
Later. Bye. Bye. Oh, bless.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
get this next one. Look at this, Sade. Ashes to ashes.
Thank you
Sending
so
through
much.
money. Sending through big money. She says, big up
Woo.
my hairy sister on her birthday.
Oh,
Thank
thank you, Ashes to Ashes. I love you. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate
you.
you. Love
Let's keep
this.
it
Thank you, guys.
going. All
Money
right.
is my favorite thing in the world.
Money, 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 money.
I'm happy. Thank
All
you.
right. We're added in Christian Jane.
Hey, Christian J.
Hey, I'm back. So I realized that there was something I forgot to say, and the last person to actually mentioned that is like
Mm-hmm.
the production element.
Yes.
Sade, you mentioned like how Kenya said, I was that bitch, still that bitch,
Yeah.
or what was it? Like whatever. It was like the three bitches.
Yeah.
And the camera angles were like from three different angles. Did y'all catch that?
Oh,
It was
No,
like
I
really?
from one
didn't.
side, the other side, and then front one. Y'all have to go
You
back and
see?
they knew that she was going to do this. They knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They knew. They
Oh
Oh
knew.
my
my
God. A
goodness.
full on rehearsal.
That is true. Yeah, because I'm that bitch, been that bitch, still that
Still
bitch.
that bitch.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the
Mm,
blow. Like they knew because they got all of the angles. This
mm.
was yeah, I don't know.
Oh my
Production
God.
is they're shady.
They
It
Yes.
really
was
are.
yeah. That was probably the funniest moment of the entire,
Yeah.
night. But
Ordeal. Let's say that.
yes.
Oh,
Loving the hair, by
Um
the way.
oh, thank
Absolutely love.
you.
Seriously.
Thank
you.
you. Oh my
Brilliant, brilliant,
goodness.
brilliant.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you so
And I
much.
hope you have an amazing day.
Thank
Or when
you.
is your actual birthday?
My actual birthday's on Thursday, so 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect. Oh my
Lovely. Oh,
gosh. Well,
thank
happy early
you.
birthday. I know it'll be
Appreciate
amazing.
you. Come back again.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
sure.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
There
Oh,
was somebody else with us, but
I
they just
swear.
weren't. So
Oh,
let me drop it in again.
okay.
I
I swear
do.
was it Sonia? I don't know.
Oh, I
Thank you
didn't even see
so
the
much.
name.
Thank
My
you, W.
it's crazy. Let me
Thank you, thank
see.
you. Maggie says, I'm loving our cousins from across the pond filling us in. So do I. I absolutely love this. This is the type of, do you know what I mean? This is the beauty of the internet, first of all.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean? And the unity
so
that we
true.
talk about and working together. Do you know what I mean? It's just
And you know what it is, yeah? You know how like so many people, especially when we first started, and it's kind of like, oh, come on, you guys at your big age, like, why are you going to be talking about reality TV? Da, da, da. And it's like this reality kind of has an appeal to all different types of people.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a lawyer
Mm-hmm.
doing her thing, like still
Yeah.
engaging. It's like it doesn't necessarily mean like you don't have brain cells. And
Oh,
there's
no,
so many other things that are reflected within it as well. It's so interesting thinking of the legal aspect that it probably did go through a whole lawyer team for this to be okay. But actually, yes, Kenya is being punished for this.
Yeah.
So there should be a whole load of other people really involved in getting some of this heat.
Yeah.
That this was okay. This was allowed to take place. And it does annoy me that Brit is in effect getting away with the threatening comment. And I wish Kenya had sat on it, because that was a whole other thing that had momentum. But it's like the very next week, it probably wasn't the very next week, but that's how they're showing it.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's out of order. We got somebody else.
Yeah, here it is, Sonia.
Hey, Sonia.
Hi, how are you guys?
Oh, good. It's so good to see you. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm okay. The weather's not so good in Cape Town today. It was raining the whole morning, so
Really?
at least it stopped raining now. So
Okay.
I just want to say, why didn't production stop do this whole thing when Brit did the whole allegation? Why didn't they do the whole we stopped filming with Brit and all of that? Why didn't they do that?
It's true.
So they could have done that as well.
Yeah.
Why wait for this? But I'm like, this whole thing is like contrived, and Kenya should not have lost her job over this. I feel like she shouldn't have. They should have done a whole apology tour and everything. I mean, this show is so bonkers. I mean, people were accused of like sexual abuse on this show. So this is not like that. I mean, it's not like what do you expect from like Real Housewives of Atlanta? Like they are synonymous for such things. So I don't think she should have lost her job.
I think that's probably why when it was first coming out in the blogs, she was like, I'm going to be back, guys. Like, this isn't, I think that's why Kenya really had that party line until it was like, no, we're cutting your scenes. Because also, if they were truly like this, we were blindsided, none of us needed to watch that.
At all.
That could have been
really, for real.
like,
they should have. I mean, to put someone to nudes and at your event, that's like. But I still support Kenya's wrongs and rights.
And I like her.
I love Kenya. I love Kenya, and I think she should have really. I mean, if they can bring Phaedra back, then Kenya can come back. I mean, Phaedra is worse than Kenya.
Yeah. Phaedra is absolutely worse.
She was a whole scammer out here, and all of this, like
her husband.
Exactly.
Like, give Kenya her job back. But I'm like, anyway, it is what it is. I mean, bravo, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. So what can you do?
No, definitely.
But happy birthday today.
We can still be on her page.
And you're gonna enjoy Nigeria. I really want to go to Nigeria. That's like my dream destination.
Yes.
And I am in Africa and I could go, but I'm planning a trip to Nigeria very soon.
Definitely go. I'm gonna try and like I'm gonna try and like visit lots of things and like give my reviews on where people should go if they go to
I
Nigeria.
hope you love it so much. You don't want to come back to the UK.
Say it again.
I hope you love it so much. You don't want to come back to the UK.
Well, right. It could so easily happen. I'm not gonna lie, honestly.
And enjoy the food. Enjoy the food, because that's like one of my favorite things about Nigeria is the food.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat, boy. Seriously, I'm even gonna take my skipping rope and my resistance band.
You're not gonna use it. All right, bye, ladies.
Bye, Sonia. See you soon.
Thank you so much,
bye.
man. Seriously, bye bye. Oh, Sonia. Sonia's been riding with us for ages.
I swear, Sonia's been around. It feels like semi-close to the beginning.
I feel so. Honestly,
it's definitely been a long while, which is amazing.
That is the thing, though. I think that is a good point. Like with Brit, like she's kind of got away with murder a little bit because they didn't put up anything to say that they're not going to film with Brit anymore. I feel like she's used her, her aunt's death as a reason to say like, oh, I was out of sorts. Like I wasn't kind of like underline saying I wasn't in my right mind because there was so much going on. Do you know what I mean? But like, you know, I didn't want her to feel threatened. Like, how else can you feel? Like, do you know what I mean? What emotion are you trying to invoke by saying those things? You was trying to threaten her. You was trying to put fear into her at the end of the day. And I just think she didn't even get a slap on the wrist. She didn't even. No,
I mean, actually, she got more scenes. When she was on the apology tour, she managed to sit down with actually everybody. Yeah, and have convos, Shamir included in there, Portia one-on-one, like literally. She managed to then be like, she's not standing on business in any way. I'm really sorry. What I did was wrong. And then you have
set up.
You know, Tanya was set. She was set up.
She was set up. That's the thing, because like someone in production, I'm thinking, must hate Kenya. Yeah, because Brit has been gunning for Kenya since the beginning. Somebody
set her up absolutely to really be like, okay, let's try and at least for a couple of years get rid of her. And I wanted that's why it's so frustrating, though. You know, it is that when you're not seeing the 360 of this, because really, if she mapped this out on paper and wrote it all down, what she was going to do, I think you can come to there's a large cons to what I'm about to embark on.
Yeah.
And I did think she was smarter than this, can't lie. Yeah, somebody else can fall for this. Somebody new could fall for this play from production. I didn't think that Kenya would fall for this. This is like, no, how do I win? Like,
I don't know, maybe
doing this. Like,
the thing is like, anyway, let's see when Phaedra turns up as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Because
I don't even want to see that woman's face. She jars me.
She jars you.
Oh, I don't like Phaedra at all, and I never have.
Really? I only know her clips. That's what I know about her. I only really know her clips. I don't really know, but she seems. But I do sometimes. I like a villain, so I don't know. Maybe I will like her.
Let's see if you like her. I've never liked her when she was even in Married to Medicine, which I loosely watched, but not properly. I still didn't like her then. Her husband was a criminal. And you got with a criminal that you still were this kind of hoity-toity. She's so fake. It's annoying.
Shahida's saying that I've never liked Phaedra either, pathological liar. Is she more of a liar than Drew? Who's a bigger liar, Phaedra or Drew?
Drew tells stupid lies.
Okay.
Phaedra will make big lies and keep going. Like, Drew's lying is so dumb. Obviously, you're saying I spoke to Portia. If Portia didn't talk to you, you can just be like, why are you lying? Like, it's a silly lie. It's a stupid lie to tell.
Is Phaedra in the realm of being allegedly like a con artist? Is she that kind of liar?
She has allegations of taking money as well from that. She's there hasn't been anything that Phaedra hasn't been accused of. Stealing men.
She steals men. Well, Drew's trying to steal a man, isn't
she? Like, you know, Phaedra and let's say Mia Thornton.
Yes.
But Phaedra comes off like she's more like I'm more of a lady type of thing.
Okay.
But they have similar things about them in terms of like pimpish ways. Yeah, Phaedra.
Oh yeah, forget Mia. Mia's a liar.
Yeah, you see how Mia does big lies.
Yeah.
Phaedra did lie about her pregnancy.
Wow.
We don't even know why.
What did she lie about?
She was trying to say that she's less pregnant than she was in terms of being far along. And then she was like, I don't even know when the due date is. It was such a silly lie. But maybe it's because she was pregnant before she got married or something along those lines.
Right. Okay. Ashes. I'm going to Nigeria and Ghana. I'm going to both.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time.
In West Africa, baby.
You know, Phaedra was accused of stealing from a funeral. What?
She's seen stuff. Like Phaedra is a mess. Yeah, so she did get pregnant before her marriage. Okay, that makes sense. While she was trying to be, she was big, broad nose, everything, very, very pregnant. Talking about, I'm about 5.5 months. It's like, oh, come on, chick.
Why did I touch my nose? Am I pregnant? Is my
yeah.
Oh my god!
Totally. Nobody weren't thinking that you weren't sleeping with Apollo. It was like he was a criminal and you married him. Like, of course, you're probably sleeping with him.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah, she'll bring drama. She'll bring drama, but hopefully Kenya will come back.
She's not going to come back this.
No, but maybe like season. Maybe she'll ride out this season, obviously, and then maybe next season. They'll forgive her.
Yeah. Well, if Brit's not there, is Brit going to be there?
I hope Brit isn't there. Even without this, like I wasn't wanting Brit.
Yeah. She's one of the ones that can go. I agree with you. I think that Kelly can stay.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I think Kelly can stay now. I think she's okay. She's a bit annoying, but she's okay. And she tries to save the card.
Let me save the card at least. She's so little bit. There's something. Yeah, Kelly. I feel like eventually I'm gonna really warm to her. And Angela, I feel she's needed because she's messy and older. And let's just see how she settles in.
See, you know what Angela is giving. How's Karen doing, by the way? The Grand Dame. Does anyone know?
She aside.
Yeah, but how's she doing? Is she doing okay?
She did time. Hopefully she's somebody's woman. You know what I was... Can I even mention this? Yeah, no, because I saw a clip, yeah. If ever you end up in prison for some reason, or anybody watching, if this happens, apparently if somebody offers you a lollipop, never take it. Don't take a lollipop in prison from another woman. Because they've done something to the lollipop, and then you become the woman's bitch.
I don't like these things.
just public warning, because you look at what is happening with life. We don't know what's going on in the world. So if you happen to end up in prison for any reason, that's
not on my list. It's not on my list. That is literally one of my worst nightmares, Like I think I have irrational fears. That's an irrational fear I have. That I'll be knocked up for no reason. Like, yeah, it's but yeah, it's fear.
It's not a fear. It's maybe why I take these notes. So if you end up there, don't do that. But yeah,
can you imagine? No, I won't be taking anyone. I'll be like, who was the comedian that said it? I'm not washing. I'm going to protest that. No. I'm going to...
Are you going to end up in psych ward?
Yeah, probably. I'm not watching. I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out. I've had enough.
Oh my god!
Fuck alone. People leave stinky people alone.
Yeah. No, it's true. Because nobody's going to try and make you their girl if you're.
Why would you?
Watching.
Nasty. Yeah. Maybe nasty. And
okay. That's another route. There you go, guys. Another tidbit. Christian James says y'all should do a channel fundraiser for her commissary. Yeah, maybe we need to send her some money. I mean, I don't know how she's doing.
No, I don't know. I want to know. I actually want to know how she's doing. Seriously, I know how Ashley's doing. She's singing.
You know what the thing with Ashley is, yeah? I really thought her singing was for Potomac. Like, it was a bit. I didn't think she was true to this. Like, she's out here performing in front of people, like live, in life. And can't somebody teach her how to sing? It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
It's not. She can't hit any notes.
No, I don't think she's terrible. She's not terrible. No, there's worse. There are worse. Have
you listened to the Beyonce one that was placed in our group today?
What? No, no, I haven't. I saved the group for later on in the day most of the times.
Somebody put in a clip of her doing a Beyonce song, and I literally was like,
I'm gonna play it.
Ashley is out here doing stuff every day. She's really out here being like, I'm a singer. If Ashley can do it, I can have one tune out there, guys.
Oh my god, I love this. KW said, no washing, no shaving, not even brushing my teeth. Yeah, absolutely. I'm giving it all up. I'll give it all. The moment I drop in prison, the same it's done. Don't even give me, they give you a toothbrush. Don't even give it to me. No, don't even want it. Don't want it. Shahida is am I saying that right? Shahida, yeah, Shahida, I think. Ladies love listening. No, my ass should be working.
Bro, listen, same. It's free now.
We're good for the what's it called? Oh wait.
Christian Jane actually says, I don't know, smell is a fetish for some people. You still might not be safe.
Oh no, Christian, I had a plan.
My tip is still stay away from the lollipops. Sonia was one of our first members. She signed up. That's how long our membership program has been going on for 10 months.
Wow.
And she says Ashley's singing is peak, just like her head. Sonia. Naughty.
Sonia. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna line this up because I need to.
Yeah, Ashley is out here doing her thing. I can do my thing.
Nah, people are rude. Look at the gift. Hold on. Look at the gift that people are putting on there. They got a gift of Beyonce crying. Rude. Okay, she does Work It Out. That's a good song. Okay, let me play. No, babe. No. Oh, that's not good.
Don't work it out. Literally was how she sounded. And she has an audience. She is singing in front of an audience. I need a sprinkle of her audacity. Just a touch, because she's drunk all of it, but a touch of her.
She has the confidence of a rich white man.
She does. Like her husband. Or her ex-husband.
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I know Candice is somewhere cackling. Oh, she's trying.
She's brave.
She is. Would I have that kind of confidence? No.
Sonia said Sade Beyonce salami should show her how it's done.
As I said, I don't have that kind of confidence. I really don't. Seriously, that's just wild. Like she clearly missed the note. She didn't even try.
All right. The backing singer was better.
Huh?
The backing singer was so much better and was trying to oversing her, and then she was trying to slip in the breath
because she's the lead.
She can't sing for shit. It's not even karaoke is out of order. Like that was bad, Ashley.
Sonia said give her something today. No, I think Nana should, because being my birthday.
No, you should give us a little rendition for your birthday.
No. I think
all of the
when it's the birthday recipient.
Look, we have Sora coming through. Sora again, she started it off. Julie B joined in and blessed you.
Thank you,
Maya
guys.
came in with the blessing.
Thank you, Maya.
And Ashes came in. They are all requesting a birthday ditty.
No, after you. Not even after you. And then on your birthday, I will sing for you.
I have no songs.
No.
Ashley blessed you with one of your fave Beyonce tracks. I hope you appreciate what she did for you.
Oh God, no, that was a crime. Basically, that was a crime. I really like that song as well.
Yeah, she did it for your birthday.
How do you get away? I don't know. Like it's when you're rich, isn't it? Is that richness? Is that rich?
Well, people are booking her.
What, for real? Or is she pay? Because sometimes like the venue will charge
you. She has to pay to be on their stage. I don't know.
Maybe.
Either way, the girl was out here, and I thought it was just for Potomac. I was very surprised.
Yeah, she's onto it, man. Seriously. Guys, anybody else want to come out before we wrap things up today?
Yeah.
This has been free. I actually really like Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think I like it. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you.
Hey, Joe is in the house.
Not rich. Yes, okay, Buffington, you're right. Yeah. And when you're famous, you can kind of do what you want. What would I do? I don't know. Actually, I might sing. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm definitely gonna do a track, but it's gonna be so heavily like auto-tuned. You're not catching me out here like Ashley. Like
you're not gonna do live vocals, or will you just
that yeah, Milli Vanillion. That's standard now, isn't it? That's actually okay practice to lip sync your way.
The thing is, I know me, I'll be okay, like maybe the first, second, third gig or something like that. Then I'll just get crippling anxiety or something, and I'll be like, I can't do this anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, I won't be able to do it. I'll be like, nah, sorry, I've changed my mind. No, it's too much. It's overwhelming. Doing that all the time, and like she's there and not every crowd is going to be her people, so she's going to see people, even people in her own band.
Holding their ears.
Yeah,
she can't sing. Right. Go and have lessons. That's definitely you can be taught. When I was in college, I actually got very, very good at singing while I was doing a musical, because you're just being taught how to sing properly. She needs to go and have lessons. It's not okay to be on the mic with her vocals. It's not okay.
It's not okay. Maybe she has had lessons. It's just not his skill. Or the pressures of being live. Might be that.
Ashley.
Might be. Oh gosh. What's that? Joey's saying I'm not watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, so it's hard for me to contribute. Oh, some people only us though, Joe. I think that's an excuse, actually.
Yeah. And I hope you like this video and everybody else watching as well.
Yeah, please do. Okay, guys, I feel like we're gonna wrap it up. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the birthday wishes as well. I appreciate them, the early birthday wishes.
Look at this. Some news. Jordan is saying Love Island Matilda, but now she's in Towie. She's engaged to Roman.
No way. Serious?
Ain't they just been together like 6 months or something?
Oh wow. But you know,
oh,
thank you, birthday diary.
Happy birthday, my fave.
Thank you so much. Stefan as well. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Wow.
May.
Okay.
That's
interesting.
Are you watching the ECB? I can't lie. I'm not. And because I'm going away, I just don't. There's no point.
There's no point in getting in it. I am. Yes, KW. We will be live on For Heaven's Sake this evening, recapping yesterday's episode and today's one as well. And we'll be doing it every evening. Me and the husband will be on.
Nice. Okay, guys. Yes, as I was saying, thank you so much to everybody who sent us super chats. So Sora, appreciate you, Judy B, Maya, Ashes to Ashes, and Sonia Marley as well for being a member for 10 months. Appreciate you guys. Honestly, this has been really, really lovely. I love this little pre-birthday celebration. Really cool. Thank you. We'll be back. Well, actually, no, next week is fine. We'll be back next week. Yeah. Then the week after, we'll work it out. We'll work out what's going to happen.
While you're away, if you can jump on, depending on, but I will be here regardless. So. But it would be good if you get some receptions. I know Africa's love.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I don't even know what city I'm going to be in on what day at the moment. Do you know?
Wow, you really that loose with it? You just
Well, God, I know where I'm going, but I'm not going to say that here. But like, what do you call it? Abuja. I don't know what day we're going at the moment.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, thank you, Christian. I'm playing Birthday Girl by you for you. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you, KW. You guys are being so sweet. I appreciate you.
And so spam the chat as well afterwards. Leave comments as well, replay gang. Say happy birthday. And you also can still do donations for Sade's birthday. You can still send stuff.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. All right then. Well, we'll see you next week. Have a great week as well, guys. Appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you like the video, comment as well, and share with like-minded people. All right then. Have a good one. See you later. Bye-bye.